If you're picking a VPN and your final choice is between ExpressVPN versus ProtonVPN, you're on the right track. Both of these are popular and reliable options. However, they're each good for different reasons. So today, I'll try to uncover everything there is to know about these two, and hopefully help you decide which VPN fits you better. The one thing you need to know right away is that there are some key differences in terms of plans and pricing. For example, ProtonVPN is the only one with a free version. It's super limited with only 3 location options, pretty janky speeds, and well, streaming doesn't work. But you can get a good taste of their app this way and see if you like it. However, I'd recommend using the 30-day money-back guarantee instead. You can use this as your proper free trial with no annoying limitations, and this applies to both Express and ProtonVPN. Now, when it comes to picking a proper plan, both VPN options have pretty solid pricing points. If you do the math, the greatest value comes from the long-term plans, which is the case with most VPN providers these days. With ExpressVPN, the best value comes from their 1-year plan, while Proton has a 2-year deal, which is a bit more cost-effective. If you want to get the best price though, I've put discount links to both VPN options in the description and in the comments. The links will automatically show you the best pricing at the time you're checking it. However, pricing is just numbers when it comes to a Proton VPN versus ExpressVPN comparison, or any other VPN comparison for that matter. I always have 3 main categories in mind: safety, value, and performance. In terms of safety, I'm mostly talking about privacy and security measures. Since these are top VPNs, you can already expect high security standards, modern data encryption ciphers, privacy-friendly jurisdictions, and of course, solid and independently audited no-logs policies. So they're both safe, but why are we talking about this? Because if you look deeper, the VPNs also take slightly different approaches to security. For example, ProtonVPN has its source code available to the public. This way, folks with coding knowledge can point out any flaws, which works as a free added security measure. Meanwhile, ExpressVPN focuses more on privacy. Since data retention is a major concern when using a VPN, ExpressVPN implemented RAM-based servers, which completely wipe all data upon a server reboot. On top of that, they introduced a bug bounty for those who would find any security flaws within their system. So in this case, picking between ExpressVPN versus ProtonVPN is up to your preference, whether you like the transparent approach of ProtonVPN or the privacy and security enhancements of ExpressVPN. If you think that the differences end here, oh boy, this is only the beginning. Now, I'm not talking about minor differences in how many devices they allow to use simultaneously or how many servers they have. That said, I'm still confused why ExpressVPN is hiding their server count. But what truly stood out to me is how different the VPN apps are. Both VPN providers cover all the main operating systems. That's the same. But the overall look and feel of their apps couldn't be more different. After my ExpressVPN review, I'd say that this VPN takes a very minimalistic approach. The app window is small, with this button for a quick VPN connection taking up most of the space. If you click here, you can then open a side pop-up window to choose which location you want to connect to. If you're looking to configure ExpressVPN and you can easily find all you need in the settings tab, I recommend turning on the network lock, which stops internet traffic in case your VPN disconnects, and also turning on their threat manager to avoid trackers and malicious sites when browsing. In terms of additional features, there are not that many here, and the few that it has are pretty specific. For example, if you're looking to set up a VPN on your router, well, then ExpressVPN has a one-of-a-kind device groups feature. I can assign different locations to different device groups, which, if you know about router VPN setups, is pretty much impossible with other VPNs. They also recently introduced their own password manager. It's new, so there aren't a lot of additional features yet, but honestly, since it doesn't cost anything extra, I'd say this adds a ton of value to this VPN. And that's pretty much it though. As I said, ExpressVPN takes a minimalistic approach in terms of apps and features. Yet, after my ProtonVPN review, I can say that it's very much the opposite. The app window is larger and the interface is much more crowded. The server locations are listed on the side here, or you can use their interactive map. I'm not much of a fan of this one since it's a little dark and confusing. They could take a few notes from the NordVPN server map as it's much easier to navigate. Anyway, you can also access a lot of Proton VPN features right from the main dashboard. This light switch button hides the kill switch settings, and the shield icon is for their net shield feature. This one, by the way, is a bit more powerful than the ExpressVPN counterpart, since it can also effectively block ads. There are the Proton VPN owned secure core servers right here as well, and the profiles tab if you want to create VPN connection presets. So yeah, there are a lot of things going on here, and there are even more features if you dig deeper, like the Tor over VPN servers for maximum anonymity. So if you want lots of privacy features and you know how to use them, Proton VPN is an obvious choice. At the same time, this way the app feels like it's tailored towards more advanced users. If you're a beginner or a casual VPN user, then ExpressVPN might actually fit your needs a little better. However, here's one thing both novice and advanced users will absolutely need, and that's good performance. Whether I'm streaming or simply staying under the VPN shield while browsing, I don't want to see any lagging. So I've set up a few speed Proton VPN versus ExpressVPN tests to check which VPN is faster overall. And to be fair, the results are very similar. The difference between speeds is very minor and you can't feel it at all when browsing. Though if we were being true to numbers, ExpressVPN was a little faster this time. Now, since I mentioned streaming already, let's talk a bit more about it. I don't doubt that it's the main use of a VPN for some or most of you. From my Proton VPN versus ExpressVPN review, I can tell you that both VPN options can access all the main streaming platforms. There is always room for errors, of course, so if you see something like this, usually switching a VPN server solves this right away. However, for more obscure streaming platforms, I recommend using ExpressVPN, simply because it has servers in more countries, and more countries equals more content in this case. Torrenting-wise, in an ExpressVPN versus Proton matchup, I'd lean towards ProtonVPN, since they have P2P specialized servers. That said, the torrenting speeds that I saw were pretty much the same with both the best VPN candidates. Okay, now that we've discussed everything from security to value and performance, there's no need to raise questions like, is ProtonVPN good? Or is ExpressVPN safe? They're both reliable options, but which is better? For beginners, I'd recommend ExpressVPN. It's simpler and easier to navigate, and while there aren't a lot of features, it covers all the necessary basics and adds a free password manager on top. Meanwhile, ProtonVPN is a great choice for advanced users. You're gonna like their open source app transparency and lots of features you can play around with. All right, I hope that helps. If it was, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We have tons of reviews, comparisons, and cover daily cybersecurity news. If you're still choosing between ExpressVPN and ProtonVPN and want to get the best VPN pricing possible, click that box in the corner to access special discount deals. Enjoy and meet me in another video.